Hello. Oh my goodness, 4 people are here. I love it. Who's all here? Or 2 people? That happened fast. As soon as my face shows up, people scram. I thought the stream would be at 8 Pacific. No, the stream was always going to be at 6 Pacific. Sean H, hello. Who else is here? Thank you for joining, guys. I'm going to adjust my light, so just bear with me. Turn it. Does that help? Yeah, that does help. Oh, I'm going to go live on Instagram too. Who is all here? And thank you for being here. And thank you for coming back, Sean. Now, Sean H, you're not Sean, my client, are you? Or is that a different? Because Sean, that's Sean. Hi, Mike. That's Sean. Has a different last name. Okay, I didn't think so. But I was like, because I figured he would say something and I would kind of know, but I just wanted to check. I'm not like omnipotent, that's for sure. Hey, Lori. Hi. I have yet to go live on Instagram. I was just kind of getting settled in here. So we have Sean and Mike and Lori. Oh, and Karen's here. Hi, Karen. I missed that. Hello, everybody. How was your weekend? And thanks for coming. I think it's going to be cool doing an evening one or a night one, depending on where you are. Oh, yeah, I'm going to turn that out. Start live video. So we're going to go live on Instagram as well. So how was everybody's weekend? Hello, Instagram. My weekend went by really fast. Let me just type this here. I can't type and talk. I don't know if anybody else can, but I can't. Please intro yourself. Same thing what I just wrote there, yourself. If you've been with us before and where you are from. I think I did that right. The other day, auto-corrected something really funny. What was it called? Oh, I was trying to I was talking to Rainey. We were talking about Mandela. I tried to type Mandela and it auto-corrected and made it say Manfella. But it worked because I was like, hey, I kind of like that. Manfella straightened to an alternate universe right on his face. He had a Manfella. So if you've ever experienced any kind of Mandela effect in your own personal life, for sure, or in the world at large, if you know what I'm talking about, he was talking about this and something that just had happened. And I said Mandela, it said Manfella. I go, oh, Manfella, straight to another universe. Oh, man, spiritual comedy. I could take my show on the road. Hey, New Mexico. Hi, Leslie. Oh, honey. Oh, my gosh, that picture was ridiculous. If you guys haven't checked out Leslie's Instagram, she just posted an amazing picture That was beautiful. So is that, I didn't see if you had responded back, Leslie, if that was the portal picture you were talking about, or if there was something else in that photograph. Weekend went by fast. Hi, Karen. Awesome. Eminem just released a new song, 45 million views in 2 days. Oh my gosh. The amount of views some videos get so quickly just blow my brain out. Hey, Luna. Hi, sweetheart. Might not be able to stay for it. I am working with a litter of kittens, trying to get them to eat without their mom. Aww. That sucks. That really sucks. That is a lot of work. They eat all the time. Not everybody's cut out to be a mom. Period. I mean, I'm all for practicing, but not everybody's. That's a whole other story. Sorry. I'm in a punchy mood, I guess. I'm in a really great mood. Hey, oh, hi there, guys. Sorry, didn't mean to ignore you. Hey, ex-young Buddha. Nice to see you. And who else is here? Anybody else? Okay, so we have 2 people on Instagram, one of which is Laura holding double duty as usual. Thank you, love. And we have ex-young Buddha, I believe. If you are there, if you could please, you are, I think, a new follower of mine. Thank you for following me. And I don't remember your name or if I even knew it, but if you could please let me know who you are and welcome. And if there's anybody else, if you can please introduce yourself, let me know if you've done this before, the meditation. This is the first time we're doing it in the evening. And we have some stuff to get through. So I was just talking about, I just got done maybe a little over a half hour ago talking with my client, Stephanie, uploading her video as we speak. It might even be ready to publish. And it was just awesome. Yep, it's ready to publish. There we go. Live on YouTube as we speak. I just published my latest client's interview. I do a post healing with my clients because it's important to me to know how they are. And I also asked them if they would like to share with the world what a healing with me is like. And everybody so far wants to do that, either in video form, they get on video with me, or on the phone and we record it. So I have these on my website and on YouTube. So if you guys are interested, if you have not checked those out, they are long. But I don't care. I believe that I should spend time with my clients, I guess. So anyway, you guys can check that out. Other than that, at 6:09:06 in the evening here on the Pacific, what do we have to talk about with these storms and new developments and how things are going? What is real and what is not real? So does anybody want to check in with what they believe may be fake news about any of this stuff that has to do with the hurricane or the typhoon? I'm really vocal about how Mother Gaia came to me, and I hadn't even given this a 2-second, like no time at all in my consciousness before she came and was like, yeah, we could do something about it. This is geoengineering. This is total weather manipulation. And just literally went off. And so I will tell you guys that from my perspective, and me working with Gaia and Gaia channeling through to me and her talking with me and me working with the angels and Jesus and everybody, the information that I get is really pure. I don't ever make anything up. I a lot of the times, and you will know, I'm just as surprised with some stuff that comes up as you guys might be. And when I get channeled information, it just is what it is. It is not, a lot of times, trust me, a lot of times it's not stuff I want to hear, to be quite honest with you. I'd prefer an alternate, less dirty reality, and I'm working for that. That's why I'm here so passionately, to work in and outside of people's bodies and in and outside of enormous storms, apparently. So we go micro to macro, if you want to put it that way. And everybody that's here, I think, that participates feels the same way, but we need to understand and see it for what it is. It's not just Mother Nature going nuts, and not all of what we see and hear in the media is true either. And about the aftermath of what is going on, I have a couple of liked videos in my channel. You can go to my channel and look at liked videos, and you can watch a couple of these. Now, I'm not saying you have to believe I don't believe every little bit of any, maybe of any video maybe that I watch. Maybe I do, but it's more about, you have to extrapolate for yourself what makes sense, and what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're feeling, what you're knowing. And so I wanted to just open up the forum right now and let people come in and say anything about this topic, if you will. Yeah, everybody's not fitter or meant to be a mom. No, we're not. We can be full on empowered as a female, as a woman, even a nurturer. Look at Mother Teresa, for example. But she wasn't meant to be a mother. So it doesn't say or take away from anybody or any female if you're not a mother. And a lot of mothers should absolutely not be mothers, and maybe some who aren't maybe should be. I don't know. I've met some people, I was like, wow, they'd make a great mom. But everybody has their own journey. There's no judgment there. But yeah, everybody has their own path. But even cats. And thank you so much for taking care of those kitties, by the way, Luna. Like I was saying, I'm like, damn, that's not easy. Luckily, baby, when she had her kittens, she was just so good. They barely made the tiniest little peep, and she was like on them. I'm like, I would have to, like, when she finally would leave them to eat, turn on music and kind of drown them out, because she got super skinny because she gave them like every ounce of everything. So there's like, it swings in all ways, doesn't it? Hey, Luke, Shapeshifter Fitness. Hey, Luke in San Diego. Hi, thank you for being here. Hey, Michael. Hi. So we have 4 people on Instagram. Thank you for being here. Oops. Let's see what Chris wrote. Chris says, Chris, thank you for the type of work that you're doing. You really are helping out a lot of people. Aw, how sweet. Well, me and the team, you guys, thank you. And I take that as a sweeping acknowledgement. Thank you, Chris, so much. We actually, to toot our own horns collectively, we have, man-made, geoengineered or not, depending on whatever, however you want to look at it. Everything is meant to be the way that it is, and we have been doing a lot of good and making an impact, as Gaia was talking about. I love you too. Oh, yeah. I'm honored for you to be here too, sweetheart. Thank you so much. So Shapeshifter is Luke. Okay, I want to get that right. I want to remember that. Mike is saying media like Jason A's channel that openly appreciates the discernment and intuition of its viewers earns my appreciation in return. Oh, well, wow. But who's Jason A? Media like Jason A's channel that openly appreciates the discernment and intuition of its viewers earns my appreciation in return. Well, that's a beautiful thing. I appreciate that so much, Mike. Tell me about Jason A, or send me a link, because I'd like to know who that is. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Laura. Yep. I'm probably missing stuff. I love you. It just comes on default with top chat, and it filters out stuff I'd like to see. So let me go back. Thank you, Laura. Laura's reminding me. Okay. So is the Eminem album good? I mean, I probably wouldn't be into listening to it because he's pretty angry. So, I mean, what good means to you, like if you like it, then that's awesome. I'm not like, I used to really like his stuff, and sometimes his older stuff comes on, and I just because I know it, I like it and his beat and stuff. But you know, not to prejudge or anything, but it just kind of tends to be like that. Jason A is a YouTube channel. Okay, I'll look it up. Yeah, thank you. It is annoying. Sorry, I didn't realize you can't post YouTube links here, but I'll post it in the comment section. Oh, that's weird. Oh, yeah, you can't put HTML. Yeah, because then they don't want people just like self-promoting and doing a whole bunch of stuff, even though people are obnoxious in other ways in chat. If you ever go to live, and I've been going, has anybody been checking out the live streams of like news or satellite or space POV type channels or feeds? I have been going there, and I haven't been like missile dropping like crazy. I just go maybe once a day or twice a day and been like, hey, if you're into watching the storm and you want to do something about it, then you can join us. I've done that a couple times. But has anybody been to those feeds? They're interesting. And that's kind of where I wanted to open up, because there was in feeds, a lot of people were talking about what they were showing on the news as being fake, or that the whole thing was fake. There was just all sorts of back and forth about what's fake, what's not, what's real. And so I'm like, well, that's kind of the bookended part of geoengineering, weather, and then what is real and what is not real. And it's a really interesting place if you're familiar with how that may work. And so anyway, that's why that it's how you look at it. It's pretty aggressive. It's like lyrical calculus. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'll take that. I get that about him. So anyway, we have a lot of people here. Again, I don't think everybody, all these 11 people have chimed in, because I'm counting Mike, Sean, Laura, Karen, Luna. That's 5. So we have 11 people watching and 5 people talking. So this may, and then 4 people here as well. I'm not sure if I've acknowledged everybody. Okay, so this may be a good time to bring up a couple of things. Number one, I want to know if there's anybody, and this is going out to the group at large, and I'm going to do a separate video. So for those people who are not here, they can see it as well without having to watch this. Okay, I'm going to finish this thought, then I'll read that. So to anybody who's done the meditation, twice would be good. So if this is your second time, that would be awesome. I think it's for some people, this is the third or fourth or fifth time. This is the 6th day we'll be doing it. And so a couple of things came to me in meditation today that I am to discuss with the group. Number one is, are there any people that are interested in getting on camera with me, much like my clients that I do healings with, and to talk about either as a, and I'm trying, so however many people are interested, we would get in a Zoom chat and it would be that many people and it would be scheduled out in a few days so we can hopefully have as many people there as possible and to talk about this experience, because it's one thing to watch me and to see me and to hear me and yada, 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 to do the meditation and to chime in with your comments before and after. However, it's a whole other thing to see a person talking. As you know, that's why YouTube does so well, because people like to see each other talking, and so, and television at large. So if you guys could let me know if you're interested in that. Okay, so and just for obvious reasons, for the reasons of making it known that it does really work, how it feels, what it's like progressively, how you have felt since, I don't know, all sorts of stuff, all these different things that we've been discussing about this. Obviously, we have understood synchronicities in and throughout this, people who either didn't even know of these meditations and were working with the exact same archangels and the exact same ascended masters at the exact same time that we were doing this without even knowing about this, and then finding out about it later. I don't know if anybody of you know that story, but that is true. I hope I said that right. And then people who have fallen asleep in the meditation when we've done it live, right at the same time as other people, right when Jesus touches their heads, they've figured out, and then woken up right as I'm bringing everybody up out of astral. If they choose to come, I don't force people out. Or they stay there for a bit. That's happened too. They've stayed there for a bit. And so anyway, these are actually the kind of the experiences that I'd like people to consider talking about on camera. And maybe even if you don't want to get on camera, maybe if you would just call in, that would be cool. We could work that out too. I don't want to force anybody's hand or face, but we could do that too. You could also call in if you want to do that. What does she say here? I know I've been working in night sleep as well. Yeah, that's been definitely a thing and something I'd like to talk about with other people too. Everybody that I've heard from basically has the understanding that they're also working in this capacity. And so at some point in your sleep, for however much time you're meant to be there or want to be there, whether you're inside or outside with your dragon or in your happy place, just sending love or doing whatever you're doing in the capacity that you know that we get into in this astral, so you can be in different places. Well, and maybe even, and Laura, with the insies outsies of how what she saw the other day, the inverted earth. But you see what I'm saying? So you can get to those places in your dreams or sleep state or meditative state if you choose to go there. And yeah, that's why we've been also, okay, so we're in the middle of a portal. We are hardcore connecting, charging up energetically with our chakras, doing these doing these astrals together, and then we're working in that space in our sleep or meditative state. And another thing that was told to me today was that one of the reasons why everybody's chimed in with, yeah, it's gotten more vivid for me too, people who have done it like at least 2 to 3 and more times. And don't you love how the days line up with the days of the month? Like today's the 6th day. I just saw 555. I think that's awesome. And welcome, people. I'm seeing 13 people in on our YouTube channel at 2525 into the feed. And we have one person on Instagram. I think maybe people are learning that it's better to go to YouTube because we don't get cut off, and it systematically happens on Instagram no matter what I try. Or like last time, just ran out of time. Okay, so where I was going with that is, as we work in our sleep or dream or meditative state, and I'm going to catch up to the thingies here really quick. I just don't want to veer off. I want to say this, and then I'll read your comments. We are connecting more in that space with the space and in that astral, and because each day we know in our whole, as I see 627, and so, did that just seriously say what is 20? Yeah, they put, okay, all right, 2 27s at the same time. I'm sorry. When we get into these meditations collectively live together, they are, and that's why they're so much more vivid. And I think that just makes sense. But they came to me today and said, yeah, this is definitely a thing, and why, and how this is feeling, and why some people also go into dream state with us when we're here, why some people wake up, why a whole lot of stuff. And I think a lot of people can say there's been a lot of synchronicities that either brought people here or how things have been on the inside or confirmed or whatever. There's been a lot of really cool stuff. So again, there's even more people here now. At 2727, there's 15 people here now on YouTube. So let me catch up here real quick. And thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's the portal pic. That is a beautiful picture, Leslie. Thank you for sharing it. Everybody should go see her picture. It's beautiful. And FYI, honey, there's more going on there than just that portal. That you have all kinds of animals at your rescue. That's so neat. He's your lion dragon I brought to the party. Whoa. Okay, I must be missing something. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Laura, who's your lion dragon? I'm lost a little bit. Oh, Lord. Oh, okay. Now I'm catching up. Okie dokie. Shapeshifter got it. Is lion dragon. Got it. That's funny. Okay, got it. Ay. Okay, so media like Jason A's channel that openly appreciates the discernment. Oh, wait, I read that part. Okay, here we go. Funny how the storm was set to be a category 4, almost category 5. Then after day 1, tropical storm, the dark ones depend on the collective watching. Well, what happened actually, sweetie, is that we got involved on 9/11, and they really did want it to be as big as it was going to be. None of the models from anywhere showed any different that it was, and channeling with Gaia too, she confirmed it, like, yeah, this thing is set like on rails, and really, really big and strong and powerful. And so the way that after it was meditation day 3, the next morning it went from a 4 to a 2 and then hit it a trop. And that's why, we're all here, is because we know that we did make an impact there. Super typhoon, MANGKHUT or MANGKHUT. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Anyway, super typhoon was downgraded to typhoon, even though it's still crazy, but still. And that has pretty much everything to do with our efforts here. And I don't think that there is anybody that has been a part of this that doesn't really truly feel that way. In most recent, Jason A most recently did a media video on storms, and they signify a major turning point for the world. Yeah. I'll look it up. I don't know if I can have the proper equipment to be on camera. If you have a camera phone or a laptop that has a video thing attached to it, but we could talk about that later. Oh, that'd be awesome, Leslie. Leslie says she'd possibly be interested, but you get nervous on camera. Well, just think of it as just like sitting and talking to just like a couple of people. It's really, I mean, we'd all be looking at each other, or like I said, you could always call in if that would. I don't want that to stop anybody. Okay, cool, awesome. I should really get it. No Facebook, IG, or Twitter. Okay. Chris Logan. Hi, Chris Logan. 999. Yeah, 999 portal. Okay, yeah, I was talking about that. We're still in the 999 portal at 6:33. Seriously, it was 6:33 33 there just a little bit ago. I saw something very close to that. 6:33. The numbers are just Richter off into another stratosphere. So do I. I'm still contemplating it, but for the present, I'm not ready. Thanks. Sure, you guys can let me know. After I experience meditation, I'm willing to get on cam and talk. Nervous, sure. Oh, wow. Very deep there. That is a really good point. Nervous about it does make it a better reason to do it. So maybe that'll inspire others. That really does speak for itself. And thank you. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Diana. Hey. Yes. Hi, honey. How is your baby, Ezra? Please fill us in. Thank you for being here. Please tell us how. Yeah, 6:30 yet. 6:33. And yeah, it was all about it's been a lot of 2s and the 6, the 9, 3, 6, 9, or 9, 6, 3, all that whole combination. lately. And we're coming up on it. But like you guys know, I am not into like rushing around and stressing myself out, and I do it anyway, but I'm not going to do it collectively with you guys. So, when I set these times, if you've been here before, you know that they're fluid. So if we're in the middle of talking or whatever, and I apologize, speaking of which, it's just been a bit fast in these last 24 hours, or these last few days have gone by. At least I feel really, really fast. I meant to post the oracle cards that we got the other day, but I didn't get a chance. Everything is taking longer with my tech these days because it overheats, and it's a little frustrating. So anyway, so I didn't get to that. Are you the only young adult here? How old are you, Chris? Please tell us. I love that. You might be, yeah. For now, until we get more people, you might be 19. You know what? No, that's not true, because Infinite Love, aka Loving Never Ends on Instagram, he is, I think, 18 or 19. He's just not here. He's from Sweden, so it might be a weird time of the day for him. I don't know. But no, I mean, you may be right now, but not in general, just so you know. So there's at least 2 of you. So welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. I am guided to, and please invite your friends or post on your social media. Everybody is welcome to come as long as they bring their loving intent. Hey, Brandon, here's another young adult. How old are you, Brandon? Brandon is on Instagram. He just came in. I know you're young. I actually been meaning to ask you how young you are. Pretty young though. I know that. Hi, honey. Thanks for coming. You take amazing pictures. He's into and loves the sky just as much as I do. I know that for a fact. So here are the cards. We're going to go through them. These are Angel Oracle cards. And I know some of you missed the very last card because when this one came up, everybody was gone. So we have these cards that are Archangel Oracle cards. This card that is the Angel of Abundance. October what? Don't be sly, mister. Brandon says, I will be 15 in October. So let's not hide your birthday. What's the date? Is it in a portal? Is it a portal day? The 24th. So October 24th, it is Brandon's birthday, and he will be 15. I talk like that too. I talk about the age I'm going to be. That helps like sink in. I've always done that. So, okay, so first one's first. The first one that came up yesterday, for those who were and were not with us, is All Is Well from Archangel Jeremiel. And I will read this. Crazy Lady says he's doing better. Can't come home yet. He still has episodes of not breathing, but he's getting much better. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. Oh, today's your birthday, Chris. You see, look at that. You just turned 19. So Brandon, just so you know, on YouTube, and if you can get on YouTube, and can you tell me, are you planning on doing the meditation? Have you done meditations before? Have you popped into, I don't know if you've done these before, Brandon. You're welcome to. Yeah, happy birthday. Yay. Who's 29? Happy birthday, Chris. Yay. Happy birthday, Chris. Thank you for spending time with us on your birthday. That's amazing. Okay, so all is well. It says everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. So that is from Archangel Jeremiel. And that even speaks to again, when we're talking about these disasters or things that happen like that, we have to kind of scope out from this a little bit. And I'm going to have to get my dog in here before we start. Is to remember that there's always, 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 and even for you young people, that in your short lives, as we might say, us older people, that you can see how things happen and maybe why things happen and stuff like that. So that always continues for us as we get older. That doesn't change at all. And to keep that in mind when we're in this energy of these types of things that really, really shake up a lot in our collective consciousness and our system, on Gaia, on our planet, and all of that. And not let the energies of destruction and sorrow and pain and all these things weigh us down, and know that there is always kind of this bigger picture that we may not see all the time. And this goes for in our lives and also bigger, like we're dealing with here. Okay, next thing, clairvoyance. I'm missing one. Clairvoyance, Archangel Raziel. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. And so this is Raziel. And this also talks more like about our psychic ability, and doing these meditations and astrals definitely have that happen. So when we talk about things getting more intense, more visual and more connected, and we're more this and that and whatever, that's a confirmation that it's happening, and that it's also Raziel that helps with that. And if you're one of the people who have said either to me or to other people, I really want to learn to tap in more into my intuition or my spirituality or my higher self, because there have been a few people who we've had one-on-one conversations, and I've heard that a few times. So know that Raziel is a really great archangel to call in to help you with that. Okay, and then the other one is where? It's clairsentience. I remember which one it is. I just don't know where it is. And that's weird. That is really, really kind of weird. So I will just read it from the book. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure it was clairsentience. Wasn't that it? I'm pretty sure it was clairsentience. Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, definitely. Okay, clairsentience. On the actual card, it said, and this is for Archangel Raguel. I'm sorry, I don't know where it's at right now. Please honor your feelings. Don't be afraid of deep emotions or intense feelings. I can help you distinguish between your own feelings and those of others. I'll also help you clear any energies you may absorb. I'll guide you towards people, situations, and places with clear and loving energy. Your repetitive emotions and physical feelings provide important information, so please notice and follow these feelings. They're answers to your prayers. Ask me to help translate confusing messages so that you'll clearly know which steps to take. And working with Raguel, it says, like an air traffic controller, Raguel oversees angels and archangels, ensuring harmony and cooperation and order among them all. In this same way, he'll help you sort out your feelings, enable you to notice, understand, and follow them. And I want to clarify this thing about how he keeps harmony between angels, because that might seem really like a weird concept. And what that means is, just like humans, with your abilities or likenesses or certain things about how you work lends itself to different things. The same goes for angels. That's why there's different archangels that do different things. So are the different guardian angels, and everybody that is in the realms of angelics have their different personalities and the different types of people that they would work with, or what they may be in charge of. And so what that's talking about is, he's one that just makes sure everybody is in harmony with themselves, and then in turn with everybody else. And so with that said, if he can handle that, then he can handle helping you with your little itty bitty human emotions. And with that, we'll pause, and I'll go get my little itty bitty dog, and I will be right back. And we'll go over these last two. And in the meantime, just please take some nice breaths, and let's get into a relaxed state as we go into this next bit here. You're so cute. You want a chewy? You want a chewy? Hi, Daddy. Where are they? Oh my goodness. When you announce Chewy and then you cannot find Chewy, that's not a good thing. I know I have more Chewy. Okay, look, I know. I promise you I do. I swear. That is the candle. Ah, see? There you go. Okay, so I got my dog. Whoa, doggy, please, not right under my feet. Oh, it's like magnetized. I'm going to stand right where, nope, I'm going to stand here. And you're like, ah, with your foot. I know everybody knows what I'm talking about. If you've been around dogs, you're like, you're okay, stay. Then they move. She's famous for that. Oh, yeah. But you know what works better? When I'm telepathic with my dog. So there's a little hint for you. I realized a while ago that the more telepathic imagery and things that I send to her, the better our relationship is. We can get into that at another time, but oh my goodness. Okay, so we talked about clairsentience, clairvoyance, all is well. Let's see. Clairsentience. Yeah, if you're an empath, then clairsentience is definitely a more heightened thing as an empath. You can have other clairs. I have a lot of the clairs. And definitely that one. The next one was angel therapy, and that is Archangel Raphael. Give your cares and worries to us, angels, and allow us to take your burdens. So Raphael. And please pay attention to the verbiage here. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. Okay? You have to be really intentional about letting go of stuff, and angels are more than ready to pick up and take for you, but you can't just not be intentional about that. So there's that. The next one was hello from heaven. And this one is from Azrael. And Azrael says, your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. So this could mean, well, this is meaning this, okay. Number one, in relation to what we're doing here with our meditations, it means that we're also it's an affirmation that our spirit tribe is here, but also beyond the angels. We haven't talked a whole lot about our entire spirit tribes being here, but they are nevertheless. And so this is another way to say that. And for you to know that they are doing fine. And if you ever think about them, it's more about I miss them and seeing them in the physical than really worrying about them. Just trust me, they're fine. Okay, so there's that. And then the last one, this is the Angels of Abundance card. And this angel therapy. For angel therapy too. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, that's also if you've done. Oh, let's go back to Raphael real quick and on angel therapy. So this also, if you think of him, and if you've done these last couple meditations, he has been showing up to give us a nice big hug at one point. And when I first pulled this card, that's the image that he gave me. And he said that you can start thinking of what you may want to let go of and release and give to him. And the angels in general. So I'll read. So give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. And so that whole hug period, and I know that that's happening again today, that use that opportunity to heart with Raphael like we've been doing. And feel free to raise your hand if you've really felt that connection energetically and even physically in those moments. If you can just say yes or whatever. You don't have to get into it, but because I don't want to go too long here, but obviously this is necessary. Take that moment when your heart's already open from doing this whole astral meditation. In that moment when we connect with Raphael to heart, just give things over to him, and you can spend as much time with him as you might need. You can also do that when you're in those moments with Jesus as well. He's obviously good for any angelics, any ascended master can help you in this way. But in these meditations, we have very specific times that if for those of you who have been there before know exactly what I'm talking about. And so you can use those moments and you can start thinking about that maybe now, what you might want to start releasing. You're welcome, honey. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. Hello from heaven, especially because you've recently lost a relative. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart. So thank you very much, Infinity. You are very welcome. And the easier it is to have that concept, as I see 65444, I am serious right now. That's what time it just was at 5-4 into the 5-4, whatever, into here. So a lot of fours, that means angels. We're talking about angels. We're working with angels. My ears start to get all plugged up. But the sooner that we can really step into that knowledge of once we transition out of our physical bodies and into the spiritual, you know, we die, so to speak, in this lifetime anyway. And we still, our personality and our essence of this lifetime still lives on. And this is how we're able to channel those personalities and soul aspects when we as channels work like this. So even then it's like we never die. We transition, we do other things, and you can call on that essence of that person, that relative, that doggy or kitty or birdie or whomever, to be with you, and really start tapping into that if you want. And you can do that in your sleep state too, before you go to sleep. Or a lot of people say, you know, I know when they're with me, they'll come, they'll just know when they need you to, you need them to be there. Whoa, that was hard. So the sooner we can just rest easy in those, in that, and remember that that's true, and not just buy into that, but totally remember that it's true, because we've done it. and we are it currently, without mind bending too much. So it makes them not being around a little bit easier. We just have to get through like the whole physical aspect, and communicating on another level is really kind of more of it. Sean says, Psalm 55:22, cast your burden on the Lord, and he shall sustain you. He shall never permit the righteous to be moved. If you know you are ultimately and always being taken care of, and you can be all in on that faith, it makes it really much easier. That's a real faith thing, for sure. Okay, so on to, before we get too late here, let go of guilt. This is a really good one for so many of us. Okay, so let go, not of the car, like literally let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, like we do when we're here, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. So first off, identify, this is where I think my shit list is of all the stuff I should not have done or said or whatever. Then go through them, let them go, because there are no mistakes. If you learn from them and stop repeating, and know that God doesn't judge you either. So stop being in that energy and being in that space. It doesn't do anybody any good. And in fact, it holds you back from the stuff you really need to do, because that's heavy energy. And we know the difference between heavy and light energy as we work more and more with our light and our energy. And it could even be for our own, like, I'm supposed to be better at this self-care thing, or these are all the things that I didn't do or haven't done to the completion, or that still hangs in the balance, or this, that, and the other thing. We can just kind of go over our own personal list without even involving another single person. And that could be a whole other thing for us too. So all of that stuff needs to go. And with that, we're circled back to angel therapy and following with our clairsentience, what feels good for us to release. and to be cognizant of that. And some of you who are subscribed maybe have seen I have an event for the equinox, and that's about getting in balance. That's when the day is as long as the night, and we're to get in balance and to release things that keep us from being in balance. And that is next Saturday. So this next week, and going through and still working in this way for whoever's meant to be with us, you're welcome to be in that as well and start thinking about doing more balancing and releasement. And I am available for individual sessions. And again, we have several videos and stuff on my website you guys can see, and interviews of other people. So with that said, let's get comfy, and I am going to start a new Instagram here. Well, I'm going to let this, yeah, I'm going to stop a new Instagram. I'm going to start it right before we start. Okay. Bye guys. In the meantime, let's see here. Okay. So I read that. Thank you so much, Sean. Yeah, well, he's definitely an empath, that's for sure. Talking about Jesus, because judging other people doesn't do anybody any good. Not you, not them, not anybody. And that's exactly what those situations are. Like you say, Mike, the chapters in the Bible that about Jesus that inspire me most are when he comes to the defense of sinners, the tax collector and the adulterous woman he saved from being stoned. Yeah. That's amazing how certain things are certain things are just pass by, and other things are, you get to really suffer for your deeds. It's just kind of amazing. Sacrifice is no problem. Having sex with somebody, oh my God. Just okay. That makes sense. Pedophilia, sure. Taking what you need for your family to feed them. Nope. Not okay. Not okay at all. So hypocritical. Anyway, I could go on about that. Let's just not go there. So let's just take a minute here, people, to start ins and outs. Nice long deep breaths. I'm gonna start the Instagram feed here. Once I sit down, I'm gonna go fill up my water. Because I've been talking a lot. I was on with Stephanie for over 2 hours and then came pretty much directly here. Just saw 333. So give me a couple minutes, you guys. Please get in your comfy place. For those of you who are new here, you can do this meditation laying down or sitting up, or it could be a combination of the two if you're Laura or other people who are into starting off sitting and ending up laying down. That's fine too. So either sitting in a chair, sitting cross-legged, or laying down, as straight as your spine can be without like too many pillows that your head is propped up on. We just want to have your energetic system as flat as possible. Go potty if it's been a while. We start moving energy. So just so you're as comfortable as you can be. And start taking some nice, long, deep cleansing breaths for me, please. And I will be back here in just a couple of minutes. Thank you, guys. I'm going to turn on some... Oh, my ears are popping. later on, you guys can tell me if you too feel that or something like that when we start working like this, or when you start tapping in with the higher dimensions. I always feel it in my ears. I start popping, my sinuses start getting all loose. I start maybe nasal dripping because of my pineal. So all of these things may happen with you too. So if they do, or if they have, know that happens to me. I seriously feel it. What am I looking for? I totally lost my train of thought. Just as I saw 444 and my ears started going off like crazy, I thought I'd share if that happens to you too. Oh yeah, music. That's what I was doing. Holy moly. Where is that? That's what I'm looking for. I couldn't see it from there. I was looking for my Roku remote and it was completely hidden behind my oracle cards. So I'm going to put on some angelic frequency music. My ears. And if you guys want to put on some too, you can. I don't make it too loud, so I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it. Once I get it on here. So you can put on your own if you like. You'll feel the frequencies through our feed here. And thank you guys for being here, by the way. So good to see everybody. Seriously. Seriously. We've been doing some really great work and coming together. So anyway, I thank you guys. I appreciate it. For those of you who are new, please know that this space is guarded and guided, and that you'll be connecting with angels and archangels, with Gaia, Mother Earth, with Jesus, sorry, my ears are just so popping. It's hard for me to keep my... And just know that from doing these, that it really does help, that it helps you also connect to yourself and your highest self. And I look forward to hearing from anybody in any way that they want to reach out to me. Publicly is great because other people can see it, but it doesn't have to be that way, for sure. You can contact me, in a way that, like, it doesn't have to be a comment. Basically, you can send me an email if you want to reach out, talk, any which way you want to. That's awesome. I'm gonna go potty real quick, and I will be back. sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Frozen solid. I am going to go live on Instagram. Thank you for being here, guys. We just got to an hour and 10 minutes into the feed. Okay, so Chris said, it's crazy how I feel like I've done this many, many times before, and this is my first time. Oh, I can't wait to see what you say afterwards, if that is still the case. You may, Chris, be intuitively remembering doing some meditations from a previous life. It's just a suggestion, but it may be possible. Yeah, it could also be that you're doing them in your sleep and you don't even know it. And now we're meeting here at 1:11 into it. Okay, see you all on the craft. Yeah. Okay, let's take some nice deep breaths. So happy to have you and your energy here, Chris. I'm so glad. You're going to have to tell us how you found us here. Please share. I turned off my light because it's bright and I don't need to see. I closed my eyes. All of everybody who's going to be doing this will have their eyes closed. So, sorry. Hopefully that works. Hey, people on. Hello. On Instagram. Hi, pups. Okay. All right, let's everybody start getting deeper in your seat, please. Whether you're lying down or sitting up. And we do have a mix of that. I finally asked. I figured we did. Sorry, guys. My dog is hungry. She's been really hungry today. It's weird. It's not usually her thing. Ah! Oh, that sucks. Okay, babe. Here you go, honey. Posy, come here, love. Where are you? There you are. Go sit. Go there. There. Okay, sorry, guys. She just came and looked at me and said, I am hungry. And I'm like, okay. Can't deal with that energy for the next however long here. So, Luna, okay, good. I was wondering about you. I was like, did she leave? I haven't heard from her in forever. Oh, this is such good energy. I look forward to these. I really do. So thank you guys again for being here. I really appreciate it. I love you all. Again, to reiterate, the work that we've done has really helped in these storms and situations. And they continue to, in ways that we're aware of and in ways that we're not aware of. And so just know that all the way around, it is a really big deal. We're the first to do this, and it's so amazing how effective it's been. So again, thank you for being here. Let's get our shoulders back nice and straight, whether you're sitting cross-legged in a chair or laying down. So if you're laying down, you're going to expand your chest, shoulders back, stretch out your throat. You can clear your throat, swallow, any of that stuff. You better. Chin out, head up. Let it really open up so we can take nice, long, deep, cleansing breaths. As we start doing this, we're going to light up our infinity symbol that is as big as we are and goes beyond our bodies, whether we're in our seat. And from this point forward, this is what I'm referring to, whether you're laying down or sitting. It's your seat for the journey. And your infinity symbol starts at your center, where your navel is. It's your center, your balance, wherever your center is, it's right there. You want to picture that and have it start lighting up for me. It goes all the way up and beyond your head and down below your feet or your seat, and a little bit beyond there. So it starts to light up. And you can just picture just getting brighter and brighter. Easy though, nothing too intense. Just you can see it from the outer perspective, and you can see it and feel it from the inner perspective. Start visualizing and start feeling your solar plexus. And what we say solar, imagine that sun just start lighting up in the center of your body. Starts getting warm and active. And it gets bigger and bigger, just like your own personal sun. And your infinity symbol is the way that, what is it? It would be the railway of or the orbit. Yes, that's it. The orbit, thank you, of your own personal universe in your body. And this is to remind you also that you are infinite. So picture that solar plexus light up, and then it become the sun in the center. And then it starts to go on that line and follow the orbit. And it's going to go up over your right shoulder. So up to your right shoulder, over your right shoulder. At whatever speed feels good for you. Nothing too fast, nothing too slow. Nice and easy around to your left shoulder, crossing, meeting in the center, going down past your seat or your feet, and up on the left side and meeting in the center again. And just follow this orbit. Watch your sun. Each time it goes by, it gets bigger and brighter and stronger. So let's just watch it. I'll be quiet here for a minute or two. And as it starts to make its way back to center from wherever it may be, we're going to start feeling more of these dense negative energies start to release if we haven't felt it already. We all came in a lot less dense, a lot less of this dense negative energy, but I am starting to feel just a little bit. So you may just start seeing light behind your eyes, start to release as we make it back to center. And let's just let that solar plexus lock in there in place with your chakra. That beautiful sun, and you've probably already been feeling your root chakra there at your seat, your real seat, your root at your base of your spine. I started to feel tingly in that whole area just a little bit ago. So just breathe into that and watch your red sun, your red light, your red root chakra start to light up with the energy of this solar plexus. And breathe into it, everybody. Okay, so right about now, we're going to do this really nice cleansing breathing exercise. Hopefully this will open everybody's chakras up so we can get in line and let go of any energies that's like stuck in our chest. I'm feeling it. I'm also feeling it in the throat and in the head. So this will help all of that. More is releasing just as I speak. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to walk you through it. So for the next minute or so, as you're listening to the instructions, just focus on your breath, nice and easy. But this is what we're going to do all together that I will walk you through. You're going to take a really, really big deep breath in, hold it, suspend it until I say, let it go, breathe all your air out, push, 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 like you're knocking over something in front of you. And then you take a nice inhale in and then hold it again. We do that again. And then we do that 2 times. And then we come up and then release normally. Okay. So just get center. And the count of 3, we're going to take a nice big deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. And push it all the way out. And then in. Hold it. All the way out. In. Hold it. And out normally. Or push it. Feel it just expand there in your chest, a little bit more open. If that made you kind of dry, it did to me for a second. Feel free to get some water. Just kind of let your body acclimate now. Definitely less tight. Definitely not near. I was like uncomfortable. Wow. So sometimes our bodies just kind of go, what's happening? Everything locks up. Your energy system, your chakras. For a lot of us, unless we're used to doing this type of stuff, they're not used to being in alignment. They're not used to being all fired up at the same time, going at the same pace, working in the same direction for the same cause. So it can feel weird. So we just breathe. Do a lot of breathing. So that really helps. I can feel the sacral start to light up. That's our orange light, our bright orange sun. Feel it light up nice and easy with the red and the yellow right between those two. So your sacral is right above your root chakra, and your root chakra would be pretty much centered on when you're sitting cross-legged, if you can imagine that, just right there. And then a little ways up, not quite at your navel, but right between is your sacral, and then right at your navel, right above it, you'll feel exactly where yours is at. It's right about there. That is your solar plexus. And then there in the center of your chest, your heart chakra, your throat chakra. In the center of your brain is your third eye and your pineal gland. And then above your head is your crown chakra. So even as I start talking about them, I'm feeling them start to activate. And so let's get into our heart now that it's open and expanding. Imagine this nice, beautiful green color lighting up, that green solar light. So we all have these solar discs that are all these different colors, as we know the sun to be our regular yellow, so that's in our center, but there's all these other ones. And it expands our heart of feeling of love and unconditional love. So just breathe into that, guys, for me. Again, at this time, I'm compelled to thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it with all my heart, and so does everybody else. Feel your heart chakra expand. If it feels good to just pick up your arms and stretch them out, you can just imagine the green light emanating out just from this whole area. And then up into your throat with this beautiful blue teal color, or powder blue sky color right there at your throat, lighting up. So we start to have this nice, beautiful line of light going all the way up. And as your throat chakra starts to activate and get bigger, and that disc of light gets brighter and brighter and brighter, just imagine it. And then up into your third eye. That's a beautiful indigo color, that bluish purple color. Imagine that lighting up from the center of your brain, permeating out, lighting up every part of your skull and your head. And then activating, going up above your head to your crown chakra. It's a beautiful violet light. Breathe into it for me, family. Start feeling that energy going up and down. There you go. Very nice. Letting go of a little bit more energy here. Just let it go real easy. That's good. Okay, so I want you to start envisioning where we would be up above Mother Earth, Gaia, looking down from a space station. We're all at this opening dock. It's really, 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 really big. We can all stand there at the edge and look out to this platform that leads its way to this disc. It looks like a hockey puck. There's not much to it other than it's opaque, it's round, it's thick, and it's big. And today, family, if it looks like it's even bigger than it was before, it definitely is. I'm checking in there because it appears that way to me. And they're saying, yes, most definitely, it is bigger. And as you know, for those of you who have been here before and just start getting into this space family, start feeling being there on the dock, taking it all in, looking around. Maybe you can start seeing more people. Maybe you can make out more of what Gaia looks like. Maybe it's more details of the craft, even though it's pretty simple. It's really cool looking too, and it's suspended there right off of this dock. So take that in, start feeling more tingly. And so, yeah, they say it does appear to be bigger. It does grow as we get inside, as people are coming in. And before, we've had this certain group, and we have also taken into account and envisioned right around 111 people. This time, I'm seeing different numbers here. Okay, I'm going with the first number that I saw because I'm getting other numbers being thrown at me. I think I'm just picking up on what other people are thinking. So the first number that I saw was 500. And I was like, that's a big jump. And they were like, yeah. Then I started getting like 333 and 555 and 444. And that's not, I heard 500 even. And so we can still, so it's much, much bigger, but it's not like 5 times bigger on the outside. It just is bigger. And we can start imagining ourselves just walking towards and down the ramp, down into, and watching the doors of the craft open up. They're not a whole lot taller than like what the tallest like human would be to accompany them. So we could just walk in, and as we walk in, we see that it's round on the inside too. And as more people come in, you can just keep going, file all the way through, find a seat, whatever seat looks good to you. It just gets bigger. We're all front row. So it's not like we're in rows, we're all front row. And in the center of the craft, it's like a platform. And all the way around, you can see through the bottom, the top, the sides. It is very spherical. It's very disc-like. You can see down and through it onto Gaia. And in the center is a platform, and it's maybe just a couple feet higher than where your seat is. And when you get into your seat, you really can start to see and look down and visualize your different colors of your chakras. So look down and take a look. You've got all your chakras all lit up. They're glowing through your body. And as you look out, you see other people sitting down and all their beautiful colors. And your seat becomes this holographic type of chamber. You can see through it if that's what you choose to see in that instant, or you can just see your perfect happy place and space. And for example, mine is just me sitting outside on some grass, literally on the earth, on Mother Gaia. Nothing between us. Well, maybe clothes. And it's sunny, and I can feel the air and see butterflies, and it's just beautiful. And I'm not sure exactly where this place is, but it's really beautiful and peaceful, and I love it so much. You can also be sitting at a beach or looking out, sitting at the edge of a cliff, or in your comfy recliner at home. It's just where is really comfortable for you to be. So you can see that space when you look out and just kind of get into that and visualize what that's like. And as we sit here and acclimate to our happy place, this is when I'm called to say, hello, family. This is Infinity. We have all been brought here together to work as a family, as a unit, as a team, as a tribe incarnate, and with our spirit tribes individually and collectively. This space is sacred. It is guided, guarded, and shielded. Only positive energy is allowed here. So any more negative energy that's in our space is asked to leave that may be present. Feel your chakras light up a little bit more. Take a nice deep breath. Take your time to look around where you are. And for those of you who have been here before, I am reminded right now, I'm reminded right now to bring up the subject and for us to maybe discuss it later if it resonates with anybody. How when we're in this craft, and please take a look around again, everybody, whether this is your first time or your sixth time with me, take a look around. Notice the energy of your own little cocoon, your own energy, where your happy place is. You can look out and see other people. And for some people, you can see how their happy place, like you can kind of see through it and what it is maybe, or what they're seeing. And for some people, it just looks bright. So with some people, you can have the eye contact. With some people, maybe not, because they're in their little happy place. So it just all depends how it's supposed to be in that moment. And we can see beyond, we can see Gaia, we can see all the way around. We can feel our seat, our energy in our own little cocoon. We can start to see it light up even more. And we can see that nice, beautiful line of light start to go from our seat and taking our infinite love light energy and channeling it down through and across to the center of the platform. And notice just how pretty and bright that is. And this is when that light is that beautiful violet light. So breathe into that. Feel it coming down from your crown chakra and beyond, pulling down from the top, going all the way down, flowing up and down, and just creating this up and down and mushroom effect up over your head, going back down and channeling into the line, going all the way to the center. And take a look around. And I want you to notice or pay attention to just how non-high tech you may see this craft to be at this point. And some people may be going, wait a second. I've never seen any of this. It's not techie. It's not techie at all. It's luminescent and it's bright and it's beautiful and it's complex and it's all of these things, but it's not tech. And I think that may be obvious subconsciously when we see it from the platform for the first time and then get in it and work with it as far as we are right now. But something that came to me today in my meditation was we need to point out how non-tech this craft is. And be aware of that it's more of its own energy system, its own consciousness, and its own culmination of all of our energy and how it works and what its purpose is and how beautiful that is in itself. And to feel into that, because it's really organic. I'm hearing it's organic and it feels that way. Feels like another part of Gaia, doesn't it? And I think that's why it's so easy for us to get in here in this space and get comfortable, because it feels like Gaia when we're in there, but from a much different perspective, in a much different way, being lit up in a really neat way, that in this space we can see and feel. And so I was told to spend a minute or two to have you guys pay attention to that. And if you do see it as techie, because, and what I mean by that is spaceshipy, like tech would be it, and what's running it, technology, not something organic. And if you see it like that, that's not wrong, if you might, but to see that sort of construct dissolve and turn to a more luminescent or see-through organic type of environment, because that's where we're channeling our energy. That is where we're coming from and to, as Gaia has called us all here together. It is that type of space. Okay. All right, moving on. So we're channeling our energy to the center. And just visualize that it's going to the center of the platform. And once again, in steps Michael to our left. And you can imagine feeling him come into our space, nice and warm. He definitely changes the atmosphere next to you. And he puts his right hand, which is pretty much energy informed. He puts his right hand on your back between your shoulder blades and just sits it there for a moment, so you can feel that warmth permeating through your shoulders and your shoulder blades, up to your shoulders, in top of your head, all the way up into your crown and back down, energizing your field, energizing your cocoon, energizing your entire chakral system from that point in the back. And at this time, I'm feeling and seeing, getting confirmation that Archangel Raphael is coming in to stand with you in front of you as you're in your seat in our craft. And he puts his hand out and he touches your chest. So from the back, we have Michael. From the front, we have Raphael. And he's activating even more your heart chakra, opening it up. So please breathe into that and just visualize this beautiful green light. You can close your eyes and just take that in, or you can watch it, or however you choose to interact, just feel that. And they both send messages of I love you and thank you for being here. And thank you. Thank you, Michael and Raphael, as Raphael steps away and dissolves, and he will see us later, he says. Thank you so much. I feel so good. Thank you, Michael. Michael keeps his hand on our back, stands right beside us, giving us strength. And in front of us, we can see Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Metatron come into view in front of us. So just let's take that in for a moment. Hello, archangels. And at this time, also the other archangels and angels step in and around us. So we may feel more beautiful light energy. It can also feel dense, but in a really good way. So it can feel nice and warm with Michael, especially on our back, and all the angels stepping through, Gabriel in front of us. And again, she is holding our babies. And what this means is, family, is that what you're seeing here with Archangel Gabriel, we can just focus in on her as she steps forward. And she is holding us as babies. And she wants to remind us that she's always been with us from before we were born and through our birth and beyond. She has always been with us and caring for us in this type of way. So you can envision her holding you as a baby, how beautiful you are. And you can, at this time, tap into the essence of yourself as a baby. See if there's any vital information that you may get from Archangel Gabriel or the baby that she's with, your baby, you as a baby in this lifetime. And she says, thank you so much for connecting, and I love you so very, very much. And she starts to pull back as Archangel Metatron starts to reveal his cube. So you start to envision Metatron's cube at this time. He's holding it in his hands. It's getting bigger and bigger. And as he is opening it up, it's getting brighter. And it's also that same violet color. And it's luminescent, it's electric, it's that same energy that we see throughout the craft and in our own energy field, and going down into that channel and just pooling there in the center. As his cube gets bigger, kind of lights up the whole area around him. You can make out some more details here with that light. Take a nice deep breath, family. Thank you. And as he does this, he gets bigger, it gets bigger and bigger, and he starts walking towards you so you can see it up close and personal. Once again, reminding us that we will be drawing this in our future, near future. So take a look at all the sides of the Metatron's cube. If you're not familiar with it, just let whatever come into your consciousness that makes sense. It will appear. You're familiar with it. You can get more into visualizing as you look at it. You also, in your actual days or nights, creating it. So you can start to envision yourself actually doing it, and where you'll be, and maybe what medium you'll use, and all that kind of good stuff. Because we are going to be doing that soon. And he starts to walk to our left to show everybody else, and you just take a moment to envision that. And once again, look down onto Gaia, and let's think about the work that we're about to get going with as he makes his way there to the platform, and he starts holding up the cube, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, as wide as his arms can go. And then it just hovers there above his hands. He does not need to hold it in any way. It's just there. And below his feet and the feet of Gabriel as well, you can see a satellite picture of we're going into the typhoon. We're above China. And so that's where we're going first. And so visualize the satellite of that. And he starts to lower it very slowly, the Metatron's cube down into, he starts just like pushing it down as we're channeling our energy into the center of our craft. We can take a second to look around, acknowledge everybody that's with us. And once again, our craft is really, really big. It's seating 500 people. So there is going to be at some point so many people with us channeling our energy. And some people are going to be incarnate sooner than later. Some people are just working in their sleep or their meditative state, as we know people have been doing. So that's what all these seats are as well. And we know we can feel their energy, people that are tapped into doing this, waking up to the call. And as the cube starts to go lower and lower into that center, this is when both at the same time, Gaia and Jesus right next to our left side, steps in. You can feel the love from Jesus, and you can see Gaia. She steps in right next to Metatron. So they both come in at the same time. Oh, that was a lot to take in at once. And so we can look forward and see our mother Gaia the way that you see her and perceive her, as a real embodiment, as a woman, a female, a mother. Just imagine her standing there next to Metatron and Gabriel, as she looks out at everybody and also makes eye contact with you. Hello, Mother Gaia. And at the same time, she acknowledges Jesus right next to us. So we can close our eyes and feel him next to us. We can feel him right next to us as he puts his hand on our shoulder. So his right hand is on our right shoulder. And then he takes his left hand and puts it on the top of your head. Nice deep breath, everybody. Breathe into it. And at this moment, we're going to release from the dock and drop down into the atmosphere of Gaia. So just start visualizing that, feeling that. We have Michael on our back and we have Jesus on our shoulder and touching the top of our head. As we drop into the atmosphere of Gaia, and things come into better view from far, far away as we get closer and closer in. And at this time, we're going to be coming into where we're seeing there is some darkness, there is some light. It looks like it's more of a like a dusk situation. Is it a dusk or a? Oh, I think it's a. It's a. Sunrise situation. Sunrise situation is on its way. And so we can visualize it from the top, looking down, looking onto the system. It has a lot of energy. It's really fast. It is a typhoon, and it has a lot of air energy. So we're going to be working with the air energy, the elements of air and water, as we drop in further into the system and the storm, and we take it in a little bit more. And at this time, this is when we can really see our dragons come into view. Hello, dragons. So take a look around on the outside, connect with the dragons. Those of you who are dragon people and you want to connect further with your dragon, or connect now for the first time with your dragon, please do so. You might start feeling an itchiness. This would be in the top of your kind of chest area on the right side. And if you are feeling that, you are being told at this time that you are definitely a dragon person, and you are being invited outside with the dragons at this time. You don't have to go if you don't feel like it, if you're comfortable. But if you want to, you're being invited outside to meet your dragon family and to connect with your most closest dragons, your guardian dragons. Everybody has guardian dragons. So they are part of the angelic realm, and just like your archangels and angels, they have their own duties and personalities and ways to teach us and connect with us. And we have our own personal dragons. So if you would like to step outside with them, do this work from the outside with them, from whatever perspective makes sense. I feel that some of us are already there in sleep state. Some of us are conscious through this. You're going to consciously experience this and go outside and take on that perspective as we are in the system, and we are channeling our energy down in through the craft, and Metatron's cube is integrating more with that, and we are going down like a laser into the system, integrating with that element of air and water. Air turning into wind and water. And we can see and work with the dragons and how they use their energy with that beautiful violet light flame that comes out of them from their noses or from their mouths if they feel like it. You can also get into this for yourself and kind of breathe that way when you're out there too. You can also do that from your seat and just kind of channel that out. So whatever feels natural to you, you can really use your body and your breath, especially when you're working with this spiritual fire element that's going to help with and has been helping these storms. So you can visualize that from any of those perspectives and just really get into it wherever you are right now, outside, inside. If you're just in your happy place, feeling bliss, and that's the energy that you're sending, that's awesome. If you're kind of seeing this from more of a spectator point of view, from inside the craft and just watching everything happen, that's totally cool. So however you're seeing this take place, your energy is here. So you can be wherever it feels really good to be. And I'm going to be quiet here for a couple of minutes so we can do it. All right, people, let's play. So feel that loving, beautiful violet light energy going all through, going into the system, working its way with every air and water particle, up and around the system like a mushroom, raining down with the water, down on to Gaia, her land and her water systems, and permeating through and just seeping in. Just visualize that. We want to start pulling out just a little bit from the system so we can visualize. And if we're outside, just pull out from the system as well. And watch it rain down violet light all over Gaia, down on there, and just start permeating in that space. And we're going to send it infinite love, light, blessings, and love very intentionally in this moment. Some more, we're just going to blast it all with that so it can really seep out in there. And we are sending love to all the people, all the animals, everybody affected by the water and the air, the wind, this typhoon. What was a super typhoon and is turned into a typhoon, thankfully. Still very, very serious. But we're sending our love light energy all through to everybody affected. And for those who can't go home, that they have a place to go soon. That the leaders of the world open up their hearts and mind to receive any and all people who need help from these situations and see them as a new beginning. Thank you. So we're going to move all the way across the globe, and we're going to go to our left. And we're going to go across Europe, across the Atlantic, and we're going to make our way up to the United States. Visualize it from the top down, everybody. Again, this energy feels Very different, just like it did before. It's heavier. It's not moving nearly as fast, doesn't have anywhere the air, the power that it really should. And at this time, I want us to focus in on the geoengineering of our system being kind of blocked there, okay? So just imagine some chemicals being let go into the atmosphere that is blocking the movement. And we want to focus on that. We want to focus on anything and everything that is not natural, that is getting in the way of the air and the water moving the way that it should. So please, everybody, let's focus in on that. Let's see that in the system, and let's focus in on that as we drop in. We are going to see this as just black. So it's really easy to stand out. It is black. So any energy that's hanging in the system, hanging in the air that looks black, we want to go and blast that with infinite love light energy through our system. Again, we can get aware of our cocoon of light, channeling from the top all the way down, going down into our seat, going through to the center, working with Metatron's cube, blasting out, working with the dragons on the outside to help dissipate this, to help really get in and move that blackness and make that go away. Send it back to where it came from. Send it back to infinite love, light, energy source, Mother, Father, God, Creator. Zero in on this unnatural energy, and from there, then branch out into working with the natural elements of air and water of this system and watch it just work in that way. So zero in on anything unnatural, anywhere that you're focused to take a look at within the system. Just send your energy all the way out and through it. Know that we are stronger, we are natural, we are organic, and we are working with Gaia, who called us here to work against anything that's unnatural in the name of nature, causing destruction for our lands, her lands, our homes, the environment, how we eat, our crops, etc., putting pollutants into the water, etc., crusting over lakes and dams and rivers, and not okay. It is not okay. We need to get to a level of fierceness, people, and really get our energy in there and move this system. We've taken care of so much of the water. We need to do more of that. There was twice as much water projected to fall than is. So we need to understand that we've had a lot to do with that. We need to do more, and we need to move it. Again, feel the strength from Michael. Feel Jesus next to us. Feel Gaia's presence. Tap in with her, please. My babies and my warriors. This is Gaia. Thank you for being here. And as you look out onto the system and send your love, please know how aware I am of what happens in and around and on my body. I have been around for a very, very long time. And I know what happens and how it happens. And when I say something is not from me or of me and comes from something else, that is true. And feel it in your hearts. Know what is true, what is not, in and within and around you always. Thank you again, my warriors of light. Healers through and through in your own right and coming together. May you spark the remembrance more of how you do your work and come through to the other side. Thank you, God. Okay, family, this is Infinity again. Thank you so much. Again, visualize one more time, sending out infinite love light onto anything that is unnatural, like our Mother Gaia just said and pointed out. Feel that in your field and send it out. Anything that is unnatural, sending out your love to that first and out to everything else that's part of this storm that is natural, to make it move faster, to make it evaporate, to work with our dragons and our archangels, with Jesus and Gaia. As we start to pull out from the system, we start to see the mushroom cloud of violet light rain down over everything. We're pulling out more and more and more, reaching into our atmosphere. We can watch her turn. So at this point, again, we're reaching our first storm, the typhoon, and we can see how much beautiful purple light is radiating through. And as we know, we're doing that more and more and more with Florence over the US. It's seeping through as we're pulling out. We're seeing her light up, Gaia. Channel all your energy into lighting up Gaia from every place that we've been, from inside, from outside. Light her up, please. As we pull back and we start leaving the atmosphere and getting closer and closer back to dock. And just take in the sight of Gaia once again, lit up in that beautiful violet light. As we can see also Metatron lifting up his cube, starting to move ever so slowly up. But she is lit up. Gaia is lit up. Connect with that beautiful feeling in your seat, in all your seats. All your perspectives in this moment where we're all connected. And as we get higher and higher, we get closer to the dock from where we let go. You can either come up out of this state or you can stay here. You can meet us in chat as you wake up and get up out of here, out of this dreamy state, if you were dreaming, if you were conscious and in an outer floaty state, if you were astral with us. We get very, very into this. So it just takes a few minutes to acclimate, come back into body, or you can stay. If you choose to come out and meet with us, then you can start to see the craft from the inside kind of light up, add more light to the surrounding area, while you still stay lit up in your little beautiful energetic cocoon. It just becomes a little bit dimmer so you can start to see around you. And definitely one more time, there's Raphael at the exit. People are getting in line, and he's going to give everybody a nice, big, beautiful heart to heart hug on your way out. So take a beautiful, nice, cleansing breath. At this time, if you're going to leave this space, you can take one last look at Gaia and all around and start coming out of that in the craft and get in line. You can see other people hugging Raphael, taking their moments with him, and in your own private space and time, just stay with him as you get closer and closer to him and as he receives you. As you're ready to be received. And he opens up his arms and gives you a nice big hug, and you can just melt into his arms and feel that heart to heart, beautiful green, open and expanding. And this is when, if we've thought about releasing and letting go of anything, just turning it over to him as he's asked us to do. Give it to him and allow him to take our burdens, him and the rest of the angels. And he says, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your trust and your faith. And please know that as you work like this with me and my family, you are all of our family here today. And you'll feel the presence of us all more, and you'll know that we are with you and you're never alone. And you'll have everything that you need. And when you're ready, you can let go, say your goodbyes, and walk up the bridge back up to the dock area where you first saw the craft, and turn around, take a look at it from that perspective, and other people who may be in line and walking up and embracing with Raphael. And just come out of this at your own pace, and feel free to come in and check in and chat. And again, I thank you for being here. Hi. Let me turn on my light. Oh, that wasn't so painful. I'm like, ah. Let's check in here at 2:19. That was like, I don't know, 2:19:13. And it is what time? I think it was 8:19 when I looked at the at my clock. So Chris is first one here. Hi, honey. Wow, that was so amazing. So thank you so much. I'm so glad. Wait, hold on. Let me go back on live on. I always run out of time on Instagram. I guess these are just getting longer because there's more people and it's just I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Roll call. Beautiful, amazing, loving energy. Love connecting with all of you. Blessings, love, and light to all of you always. Aw, thank you, sweetheart. Lori, you're so funny. Hi. I don't know when it popped off of Instagram, but it's becoming a theme. How are you doing? Did you stay awake, Lori? I know some people slept. That was very cool. Thoughts, people? When I came out of it, there was 11 people here. There's 12 now. Nobody's on Instagram yet. Hey, Roz. Hugging the angel, Raphael made me cry. Yeah. It did the first time for me too. Not so much that time. I wasn't nearly as emotional this time. Hi, Laura. Double duty as usual. Love you. You're the bomb. And I think you said I want to make sure I'm in live chat. Okay, I am. I did stay awake. You did stay awake. Okay, cool. I almost slept, said Mike. And let me see. Oh, Mike said I had to adjust my position a few times, but I felt the angels, Jesus, and Gaia all helping me through. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm constantly moving through there. I was listening on. Oh, I was listening on YouTube though. Okay, cool. I'm glad. Okay. At 2:22:11, there's 13 people here. Thank you for being here, peoples. It was so great to know I went on this journey with Archangel Michael standing right beside me. Kind of look at it as you see, oh, wow. So you're very connected to Archangel Michael. He says, with Archangel Michael standing right beside me, kind of look at it as an idol. So you see him, well, he has a really amazing energy. Really, as soon as he comes in, I definitely feel what do I feel? I feel warm. I feel more tingly. I feel my chakras lit up more. I feel more empowered, like a spiritual pep talk without words. I feel like a big brother that I know is always with me, just like stepped in. So those can be like idyllic kind of are idyllic types of feelings. You fell asleep. It happens. It was a super good feeling though. Oh, of course. Yeah. Let's go back. Mike says, I almost slept. Roz says, hugging the angel Raphael made me cry. Mike says, I could intuitively feel Gabriel clarify something personal for me. Oh, I'm so glad, honey. That's amazing. Thank you, Gabriel. Yay. I'm going to make these words bigger because my eyes are, I don't know if you guys feel this too, but when I come out of that, I'm like, with my eyes. Crazy Lady says, you said recliner and it made me smile because I'm laying on a recliner. You're so amazing. Oh, you're funny. I picture somebody just cozy in their recliner going, this is exactly my happy place. I'm like, or your recliner. Chris says, it was so great to know I went from on this. Oh, with Michael. Yes. Raw super good. Shapeshifter says, I fell asleep. Love Cat says, I fell asleep again and woke up in the middle, just observed the meditation, but the vibe was very peaceful. Okay, good. That's fine. Mike says, I also sense Jesus reminding me of how he once saved a man from demonic possession. That was a spiritual boost for this meditation. Oh, interesting. I want to get back to that here in a second. Lulu says, Lori says, who had the baby? That was big for me because I switched to her vantage point holding me. Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel. Chris says, I really had a chance to connect to my dragons even more. Yay! So Chris, connecting with your dragons, that's a usual thing for you? That's awesome, by the way. And Luna says, oh, I'm here. I didn't fall asleep. So how was it for you, Luna, not falling asleep? Because I think, how many times have you done this so far? Is this your third time? I think so. Oh, my ears. I am so like, I get... Does that happen to anybody else? Does that happen to anybody else where you get full on and you could just feel the pressure in your head and your ears start popping and all this drainage in your throat? And maybe it always happens more, I think, down than in my nose, but sometimes it is. Or sometimes it does, I should say. Who has not checked in? Is there anybody who didn't check in? Lori. Lori hasn't checked in. Who? I think maybe Lori's the only person at 227 into, I swear, I wish I had $1 for every 27 I saw. I am not even kidding you, people. It would be way more than $27 in a day. That's for sure. I can live off of 27. Well, maybe if I saved up. But I see 27.33. So seriously, it's just at 8:28. Oh, oh, that's hilarious. So anything else anybody would like to chime in with? While I trip on the number 27 a little bit more for the umpteenth time today. And was there anything in that meditation that surprised you that you didn't see before? That, oh, I'm being asked to ask you guys about the whole tech thing. For those of you who did stay awake, because that came to me in my meditation earlier. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And they said, yeah, this is something we need to put a little bit of energy on or to pay attention to. Mike says, I must sign off for now, but thank you, Infinity. I look forward to tomorrow's meditation. Infinite love and light. Oh, thank you, honey. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Feel free to do your sleep cycle and leave any comments tomorrow, anything that you may have thought of. I really appreciate you being here. Infinite love and light to you. Peace always. And don't forget, the key is to create. And I love you already. Yes, this is my third time. And the first time I did fall. Wait. You didn't fall asleep. Yeah, you said you didn't fall asleep. Have a good night's sleep, honey. This is a good time to go to sleep. I was thinking that too. I'm like, oh, we'll do it late at night. We'll get all after our meditation. We'll spend a few minutes, get zen, and people can just go to sleep It'll be a really good space to go to sleep. I understood how it wasn't more like tech. It was like controlling things with your mind and using your imagination. I did see the color green in the beginning. That was new to me. I think you're talking about, Karen, are you talking about when I said you can look down or like see your green color? Is that what you're talking about? I think that might be what you're talking about. And I'm playing with these cards, so I'm being told to do another oracle pull at 2:30:27. And this is claircognizance. Archangel Uriel says, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Claircognizance. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you. They're answered prayers. That's just like, sometimes you just know things. So I'm going to read this from the book. Okay. Claircognizance. Archangel Uriel. Uriel's been coming to me a lot more lately. And Sandalphon. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you. They're answered prayers. Additional message. You've prayed for answers and they've come to you in the form of repetitive thoughts, telling you to take steps and make healthy changes. Don't discount your thoughts or think they're just dreams or common knowledge. Your thoughts are tuned to higher frequencies right now. And definitely the more we do this kind of stuff, definitely more and more. And our trustworthy inspirations is what we call being divinely guided. When we get information, we get prompted to do stuff, we hear stuff, and we do it. Just do it. All great inventions, new businesses, and teachings stem from the same universal source of wisdom. You're tapped into that divine wisdom right now, and it's important to notice, I am dying, and it's important to notice and record your thoughts. Then act upon these answers to your prayers with literally exclamation point. Working with Archangel Uriel. Uriel's name means the light of God. He's known for his ability to enlighten our minds with divine inspiration. Yeah. Anytime you need answers or insights, call upon Uriel. He answers anyone who calls upon him. You'll know that Uriel has answered when you have repetitive thoughts or ideas that are positive, loving, and helpful. If you need facts in a hurry, such as during a test or important meeting. Oh, that's helpful, huh? Uriel will supply you with the information. After you ask him for help, the answer will pop into your mind. Trust the information that he supplies. That is such good advice. Wow. That is thank you, Uriel. That is really, really good advice. And also, let's take, I've got to plug that in. Let's take a look at the imagery here real quick. I'm going to show Instagram. I'm going to show really big, nice. So you can imagine that rainbow connecting you to knowledge, infinite knowledge, and Uriel being that connector for you. helping you with knowing things and being confident and empowered in the knowing of things that you get. Like I said, sometimes I know stuff I don't want to know. I'm hoping that that's wrong. I spent a lot of time going, I hope I'm wrong. Shit, I'm right. That sucks. So, it just, a lot of times they can tend to be what we might perceive as, negative or whatever, or I don't know, all sorts of different ways. But in a lot of those ways, they're just divine knowledge and knowing, and these are our guardians trying to help us out. We can just be stubborn about it. Lori says, love the low-tech organic craft. I see it like glowing eggshell texture on the outside. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I did not remember hearing that, but I did see the color green at the beginning of the meditation. Oh, interesting. Ah. Oh, I envisioned this ship very basic. It was bigger than before. Yeah, it is really basic until what you focus on, and then it does its magic. And that's what's so cool about it. It's not like a bunch of electricity and lights and buzzing and things happening that are electronic, let's say. It's totally different than that. Love it. Oh, that's cool. I will ask my angels to help me connect more with them. Yay. Yeah, they want to connect with you. Yeah, we... Hi, Leslie. How you doing, honey? Yep, you were missed. We did roll call and you didn't come back. And I was like, who's not here who checked in? Because I know there's some people who don't write, maybe just observe. I don't know. But how are you doing, Leslie? And do you remember around about time or the last things that you saw if you fell asleep? And I think for you too, Karen, do you remember when you fell asleep? Mike already came and left, FYI, Leslie. We've been out of it for, I think, about 20 minutes now. Yeah. So wait, wow, that was, no. Yeah, so right about 20 minutes now. We've been out of it. Oh man, the back of my scalp, right here, gets so itchy and tingly when I do this. Like just lately, kind of, I don't know. It feels like there's just different grades of it. She says, good. Leslie says, good. The last thing I remembered was getting settled on the ship. Oh, okay. Cool. And did anything up into that time? Thanks. I'm going to catch some Z's. Thank you, Sean, honey. Oh, that's right. Sean, missed you too. You're so quiet. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thanks for being here. Please leave any comments later on or tomorrow. And feel free to come tomorrow. How was it for people when you first kind of get your consciousness at the dock with the ship, and I was walking towards the ship, that's all I remember, and then I woke up. Have you slept before in these? I don't remember if you've slept before in these. I know a couple times you've had to leave So I don't want to get confused, but, and if not, how does this feel different besides sleeping? And if so, is it any different? And do you ever remember, sorry to pelt you with questions, but do you ever remember anything within it? Do you go back and listen to what I say? Some people do that. I know Rainey does that. When he falls asleep, he'll go back and listen to it, because there's also messages in the meditation. So if you fall asleep and you miss the meditation, you're guided to listen to it if you can. You don't have to do it again. You can listen to it while you wash the dishes. But if you've missed it, please watch it or listen to it, because there are messages from those like Gaia or Gabriel or Raphael or Michael or Jesus. Pretty much all of them had stuff to say tonight, I think. Maybe that's another reason why it took a while, even if it wasn't a lot. So I don't think anybody went off for too long, but I think a lot of them, I'm pretty sure everybody spoke who was there, even a little bit. So if you sleep, you're kind of you're not missing out in any way, because you're exactly where you're supposed to be with your consciousness, but you can go back and listen just so you're not missing the messages that they're giving. I'm channeling through the astral, because they step in, whatever, and then I talk for them, or I step aside and they talk through me. I guess I do both, depending on what they're in the mood for. It's up to them. I don't have a whole lot to say in that. Lori's asking Shapeshifter Fitness, which is Luke, I believe. Did you fall asleep before Dragon Playtime? Dragon Playtime, you're so funny. Leslie says, I haven't. Oh, so you haven't fallen asleep. Okay. I have not went back to listen either, but I will now. Okay, yeah, listen to them if you the ones that you've fallen asleep for, and I'll try to find them and timestamp the meditations, because sometimes we're in this for like, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour before we do the actual meditation. So just listen to it from the time that from the time you know that you fell asleep, so you don't miss anything. I'll definitely have to listen. I don't want to miss anything. Yeah. So, I listened to it again because I miss stuff. I realized after the first couple ones that even when I do my my healings, my personal one-on-one healings with people, that I'll forget, because I do channeling in that too. Because so like what I do with my healing is it's energy work, it's channeling, it's guided meditation, it's all of that. And sometimes with channeling, you step aside to a point where you're an observer, and it's really weird. Plus I'm kind of being pulled in and out, so it's kind of strange. So I definitely go back and listen, not because I like to hear myself, it's because I want to hear what I missed. And I'm like, oh yeah. Because they kind of really started nudging me. I do stuff where I never go back and listen to it again, ever. And that's infinity talking or whatever. When it's other things, I'm like, yeah, I need to listen to that again, because, or when I do my tarot cards and I am doing all that business, absolutely. So yeah, watch them. Don't miss any of the messages from our divine guides. Mother Gaia, she spoke today, I know for a fact. Gabriel again. I mean, nobody, like I said, nobody went off for too long. We spent a good amount of time working on the systems and that business. I woke up during Dragon Playtime long enough to fall back asleep. So do you remember, what do you remember, Luke? I love that. Dragon Playtime. Today was different with the dragons. Who else felt that itchiness right here? And this is where I was feeling it. Like literally, it was weird. It was right that like burny warmness right here. For those of you who were with me and conscious, right when the dragons came in, as I'm seeing 2444476 on the video. Oh, what a sweetheart you are. Laura says, oh good, haha. Chris says, for my first time doing it was amazing. I can really feel myself becoming my best self. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Lori says, I did not feel it and stayed inside, but loved watching everyone on the outside. Yeah, it was like, oh, we can, you're, welcome to come out. But it was anybody was welcome to come out. But it was like this, all of a sudden I felt this interesting, like, it was like a tap. It was like this tap, and it was really spicy and warm. And I was like, wow, what's that? And they said, that's so people feel that and if they need confirmation, am I to work with dragons? Do I work with dragons? Am I a dragon person? If you need that confirmation, this is what you'll feel. So that's what that was about. There you go. I didn't feel the itchiness, but as soon as you said dragons, I saw them and went out with them. Yay! Isn't playing with dragons so much fun? Their energy is just ridiculous. And yeah, it was fun. I kind of did both. I spent a little bit of time inside. I did a lot of observing, to be honest with you. My playtime with dragons was watching other people and their playtime with dragons. That's what I did. I just kind of sat there outside with a few of them, watching people do their thing with the dragons. That was cool. Karen says, I do have to listen again because when I woke up, I was in and out trying to observe the meditation. You were in and out trying to observe the meditation. I have to go now, but thank you. I love you all. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Love you too, honey. Thank you for coming and sharing and being and all that good stuff. Don't forget to listen and comment anything that comes to you afterwards or after sleep tonight. Have a wonderful sleep. Thank you so much. I love you. Infinite love, light, and blessings. Remember the keys to create, and I love you already. Mwah! Oh, dragon playtime. That was good. Any other, did anybody need that, feel that thing? It may be for people who haven't done it yet. I don't know. But that was the message that I felt that. Most people have that reaction though. They're like, holy moly. And then they're just all over that business. Whether it's inside or outside, you're just like, they demand attention. Not that they're asking for it or it's anything egocentric. They're just so mesmerizing. And they're so much more animated and solid than, let's say, the archangels. We can talk about that for a second. And we'll wrap this up. Might as well. Let's just wrap this up. We'll shoot for no later than, oh my gosh, 3 hours. Holy moly. For anybody else who's here, or if you guys all need to go, that's totally cool too. That's fine. But it's good to have a number in mind. Oh, I got a chance to connect to an old friend. Her name is Luna, and she's my water dragon. My other dragon, Creed, was happy to see her as well. Oh, that's amazing. That is really cool. Yeah, so dragons in our visions are much more solid and animated and have full on like, yeah, solid bodies, whatever. Like compared to like, let's say archangels or guardian angels. Those are more energy. So while you can perceive what it feels like, say Michael's hand on your back or Raphael's hand on your chest or having a hug with Raphael, you can feel what that would feel like if they're in body. But when you kind of see them, it's not like they're super solid with facial features. Totally. We feel more their energy. And I think other people can relate to this. But then when we see the dragons, to me, that's like way more, it's one of the most solid visuals of the meditation, of the astral, is the aspect of the dragons, that they're one of the more tangible things that I can actually really visualize really, really well. How do you guys feel about that statement? That's how I see it. Because it's all energy. But that's why we have these different angelic realms. We have the dragons, we have the archangels, we have the guardian angels, and they all look and feel different when we actually can perceive them. Oh, you did feel that? Uh-oh. Low power mode. Shoot. Sit tight, people. Gotta plug my phone in. Where is it? What did I do? I moved it around, but I thought I put it back. Oh, it's right there. That was so confusing. Which is really blended in. Holy moly. Sorry, guys. Gotta play with balancing this thing yet again. Yay. Yes, I agree. Visualize them super easy and fast and solid. Okay, cool. Yeah, totally. Oh, okay, wait a second. Oh, I like your skills trying to bust. Wait, what did I miss? The itchy chest part with the dragons was deep and somewhat uncomfortable, so you felt that too. The itch was deep and scratchy, like your scales trying to bust through. Oh my God, I love you. That's funny. But when I felt that, this is what they showed me. And this is kind of like, oh, wow, that is so annoying. It was like, I felt it and I was like, what in the heck is that? That is a weird sensation because it felt really, deep. And like it radiated out from the inside out. And it was not painful, but like, whoa, what is that? And in a really weird spot. It was right here. Was it right here for you too, Luke? This is where I felt it. And I was like, whoa. And when I looked up, I saw my dragon. And he goes, hey, and kind of like dips into my energy right here. And I was like, hi. He goes, people who feel this are going to know that they're being, that they definitely are dragon people. Something to that effect. Like, this is for the dragon people that feel this, and you're asked to come outside. Something, so it was like that. Whatever it was that I said, I don't remember. But that's what that was. It was like, your dragon, or feeling that like poke, like, hey, you, like that's some place that somebody would poke, right? Like, hey, not being too aggressive, like, hey, you, let's come outside and play. Oh, that's actually surprising me. Or actually, right? Let me see it like that. Yes, like you visualize it. It's too crazy. You feel the exact same way about the dragons. You mean being more solid than the archangels or the angels or Gaia? Well, Gaia can definitely shapeshift, if you will. I mean, duh, right? So sometimes she appears in a lot of different looks, actually. I think we're all supposed to see her differently. So I don't like to spend a whole lot of time talking about what Gaia looks like, if you've noticed. I've been told that. Okay, so Luke, you said on the right, like an expanding claw opening its fist. Is that, yeah, it's fist. Okay. Am I a dragon person if I was born? Da, 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 da. Yeah, it doesn't matter when you were born. It's not like the year of the dragon, like Chinese astrology. It's just if you have worked with dragons in your soul, like journey kind of thing. And most of us have. But some of us are like real, like some of us have like really worked with dragons for a very, very long time, very closely, in different, in the angelic realm or the Fey realm, because they see over, they're in the angelic realm. They see over the humanity and the work they work with Gaia, and they cross over into the other realms as well, the galactic realm, just like the archangels. So the archangel and the galactics work together. The dragons and the galactics and the archangels work together. Like they all kind of cross over into their different realms. So like the dragons and the Fae and the archangels and the, you know what I mean? But some people have worked more with this type or that type, or you see. So if you feel that pull with dragons, and or they've reached out to you as of more late than say your whole life, if all of a sudden just dragons are like dumping on you and you're just like, I can't get away from dragons for whatever reason, not a coincidence. Definitely not doing a meditation where you're working with dragons, that's for damn sure. So if you haven't yet fully like recognized your dragon, and it can also be your own time spent as a dragon. So like Lori's saying, do you feel your scales coming through? That's another indication, like you have decided to, at some point in your journey, have that type of perspective and seen through the eyes of a dragon. Maybe for a very long time. Who knows? There's a lot of dragon people. I'm meeting more and more literal dragon people. So angelic dragons incarnate. Then I know what to do with. No, just kidding. Sorry, Levy. I'm sorry. You're taking up an extreme amount of room for such a little dog, though. That's kind of crazy how you do that. Okay, where are we? We see we got to 3 hours pretty easy. I'm sorry, but you're just like so crazy right here. On the right. Oh, on the right side. Okay, yeah, on the right. I am a dragon person. Okay. When you saw Mother, she looked tall. She looks tall to me too. It is awesome, and you're welcome. Yeah, one thing's for sure, that she does appear tall, I guess. She has a tall presence, let's just put it that way. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay, so anybody else have anything else to add? Speak now or hold your thought until the video ends, and then you can leave a comment. And wait for my response. And I'm sorry if my responses take longer to get, please don't take it personally. There's just like, I don't know, I try to get to comments as soon as possible. So whatever you share, whether I respond back or not, know that it's there for other people as well. As soon as I can respond, I will. My son was born in 88, and he is he is a dragon. Is he a dragon? I've met dragons that are not like dragon in the zodiac, but if people are dragons. Oh, and dragons incarnate as animals too, by the way. I just saw 3 6s. Did you guys see 3 6s? I did. Yeah. So dragons will incarnate as other animals, cats, dogs. They'll do that. Because, a lot of us are those who in those realms work with dragons a lot, and it feels really good to have them here in the physical, how we can have them here in the physical. That's another reason why they appear more physical and solid to us, because we've known little dragons in our lives, or big dragons, depending on the type of animal. I mean, a dragon can come literally in a very small frame. Whether it's a dragon in its own element, let's say, or a dragon here, it's the spirit of the dragon, the soul spark as an angelic dragon being, having that presence and way to work with energy in a different way than, let's say, an angel or an archangel. But they can be in different sizes too. So some people, and different colors. So some people might envision a dragon to be much smaller, and some to be really, 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 really big. I've seen some really, 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 really big dragons. And I've seen much smaller dragons too. So And they're all just as fierce. Yeah. I am witness for the dragons of the cleanup happening of the Draco reptilian bloodlines. So thank you immensely for your service and sacrifice. Make this meditation happen. Oh, honey, that is so sweet of you. That is exactly what we are working towards too. I don't get into a whole lot of that because we only have so much time, and I try to, keep it about as much, I don't know, whatever, positive stuff and factual stuff. And even when we're in the meditation, we're talking about stuff, and we know that when there's unnatural things at play, we're obviously talking about these systems that are working against us as humanity to keep us enslaved and in fear and throw us all over the place with these types of things. And doing this work puts them on notice. And I'll tell you guys all right now, they're they were already freaking out about everybody coming online and all of us 144s waking up and waking up others. Oh, seriously? Oh my God. Okay, so right at 3:55, just to put an exclamation point on it. Let me just read this today because they're putting me on task here real quick. So hold on. Hold on a second. I seen 666 today too at the hospital. Yeah, 666. I've seen a few 666s are 666. Don't let that whole satanic thing, throw you off. 666s are a great number. It's a good number combination. I had a dream a few weeks ago about a sick alligator I had compassion for with almost human eyes, and have had other lizard dreams lately, but that's the closest I get to dragons. Oh, interesting. Unless I'm looking at Infinity's photos. Sky photos, that is. I know. You can see those those dragons that come to me to be seen in the clouds, they are no joke. I don't do anything but, just so you guys know, I don't do anything but mess with the contrast and the like brightness and saturation and stuff, just so things and detail can pop out, because they are using just clouds, and sometimes it's with sunset, so there's light, and sometimes not, and it just really all depends. But anyway, so just so you guys know, the only altering that I do with those photographs or video is color, to make it easier for people who aren't used to seeing them yet. Because over a year ago, when I took that one picture, the picture that I posted today, and there's a lot more of that day that is also posted, I didn't know what I was looking at. And it wasn't until I saw the pictures that I did see that, and understanding that I'm seeing that what I was seeing in the sky more and more and more, and that it was really, really real. And I got better at, with just my plain sight, being able to see it, and the veils thinning and all that. But it didn't always start out that way. And I know for some people, they're like, I don't know. But when I mess with that color and contrast and brightness and stuff, everything just goes whoop and pops out, and you can see detail. You can see eyes and nose and mouth and lips and those three. That's always, just so you guys know. And please tell me if you saw anything different than this, but I doubt it. The dragons always have the three like spikes right here that come up out of their head. So if you're looking in the clouds and you see dragons, or you think you might see a dragon, and you're not quite sure, they usually have that going on. And definitely in our meditations, I mean, it's not something that like will majorly focus, but they definitely don't have like, you know, heads like us. They do come up in that way. They look very similar actually to, they're a little bit like rounder in the face, maybe some of them, than the actual like drawings and illustrations of the dragons in, let's say, Game of Thrones. But they're not mean and vicious looking, but similar to that structure. But they always have the three things, always, no exception, have the three things going on. So you guys know, if you ever like, is that a dragon or is that something else? That's a really good clue. And their eyes are super kind and loving. Other types of things that might be reptilious, like a dragon, don't have eyes like a dragon has in their soul eyes. So they might be all fierce looking and dragon, whatever, but you can see that they're just like full of love. So that's another thing to look forward to, or to look to. Logging out for now. Peace, love, and unity. Can't wait to see everyone tomorrow. Oh, I love you too, honey. I'm so glad you're here. It was so great to meet you. And happy birthday. What a great birthday. Oh my God. That was amazing. That's a great birthday. Bye, honey. Mwah. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot. What am I being tasked with? Okay. So I did kind of a channeling the other day. Are you not trying, dear heart? The luminary dragon message is you are succeeding. Your work and loving intention is having a profound effect. Aw, sweetheart. In collapse of the 3D timeline, false matrix grid. Yeah. Oh, you're right. I'm not trying. I'm definitely, we're all succeeding. You're absolutely right. You should watch my verbiage. I did notice the roundness of my white dragon. Yeah. Oh, 9/11. Ah! Or it was. Yep, it was. You're absolutely right. Yeah, we don't try, we do, and we are doing. Oh, you're so sweet. Look at you. You brought me a cheerleader. Oh, you know what? With all due respect to that, I really appreciate it. But I literally have my brothers and sisters, the angelics, and Gaia herself, who have, you know, they're the ones, and Jesus, they're the ones who talk. I'm the one who listens, and I do what they say as best as I possibly can. Sometimes it's a lot. He is awesome. But yeah, it's a group effort. Seriously, with all of us, it's a group effort. Okay, so I did a, holy moly. Okay, here we go. Let's just do it and then we'll be done. Okay, fine. So the other day I was updating my YouTube stuff, since I'm on here all the time now. More and more people are coming and hopefully subscribing and joining us. And please get the word out, you guys. Share with friends, family, or social media to come and join us. And please subscribe for the simple fact that you get notified of stuff. Sometimes I don't give a lot of notice because I don't get a lot of notice, but you'll get notified as soon as I put something up or whatever. Hi. I'm sorry if you did the meditation and it got cut off there, but I would really come on to YouTube. So anyway, the other day I was updating my YouTube, my channel art and my about and all of that. And not that everybody looks at this stuff, but whatever. And next thing I know, as free flow writing from the angelics, and they're talking about me. It's always really weird when I'm doing a channeling from them talking about me as a message out to other people. Let me just say that. And for the record, that is really weird for me. And they know that. It's really weird for me. So that was really bright on my, so I saved stuff in my Gmail. So anyway, I'll just read this and get this over with. I wrote this, was it yesterday or the day? I think it was the day before yesterday. So Friday, I think. I put the time down. The time was 11:03:45 at some point in when I wrote this. So I'll just read it. This is embarrassing. Okay, fine. Infinity is her spirit name. She likes to be called Infinity at this point. We, her brothers and sisters of the light, the archangels and angels, also wish for people to address her by this name. If you knew her from her previous life as Vanessa or V or Earth Mama, anyone can call her Earth Mama. Please refer to her as it is comfortable. Please know that her name is meaningful in many ways. It is to remind you that you are infinite. It is to remind her of her duty to humanity. It is to be seen like this. 1NF 1NITI equals 111. Here, I will copy and paste it. Okay. It is to be seen like that, to remind people to wake up from their slumber. Think of her as your big sister on your bedside, gently nudging you awake. I don't remember this at all, but I do and I don't. It's really weird. Think of her as your big sister on your bedside, gently nudging you awake. You may be confused and scared because it's elsewhere from where you remember going to sleep. However, she is familiar and you know you are safe when you are with her. She's here to help you. She only seeks to help you on your journey in whatever capacity, at whatever point that may be. Please, however, do not confuse this caring and nurturing and familiarity with any type of weakness. Please know that if you cross a boundary with her, usually if it is something false consisting of your denial, or you let your parasites run wild at her because she is open to you, or you verbally or physically abuse her, you will have to take responsibility for your actions in a very authentic way in order to be able to work with her again. She is a super psychic physical empath. She is a natural born energy healer. She is an angel incarnate. And if you think you can fool her or lie to her or deceive her in any way, you are mistaken. If you think you've gotten away with things or do in a If you think you've gotten away with things or do in the future, it is simply because she has chosen to give your energy no further energy from herself. Do not lie. Do not verbally assault. Do not be inauthentic. Do not avoid responsibility. Do not take out your bottled up aggression on your healer. Don't be that person. I'm here to help you, but I won't be abused by anyone anymore ever again. Peace, love, and light. Infinity. I do remember that at the end. They got me fired up. But anyway, they took over from the very start, and I remember just kind of sitting aside, and then at the end it was all this stuff about lying and abuse, and because unfortunately I have experienced that before. So they're pretty protective of me now more than ever. And to the point of me having just me, the human Vanessa, that old person, and even Infinity, a lot of the time has to step aside so the bigger soul self me that can handle this stuff can be more in charge. But even doing that, you have to get to a point to allow that to happen. And that's just so things can progress. It's all kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, but it's pretty awesome too. So anyway, thanks for listening to that. Don't F with infinity. Yeah. Well, you know what? It is kind of true, because you have to understand something that I do tell people, and it's not like in any way to like threaten people or this whole don't lie to me, and if you think you're getting away with it, it was just, it's really more factual, because here's the thing that's really hopefully easy for you to understand when you encounter this as well. When people are inauthentic in any way, when you're a light-bodied person or an empath and or empath and physically very attuned to energy, and become more so in your life and in your body, in your vehicle, in your energy structure, et cetera, as we were talking about before, we identify lower vibrational energy really, really quick. And so as soon as a person is deceitful or inauthentic or lies, just flat out lies, that is creating a vibration in them that you feel, okay, I'll just talk about me, that I feel nearly instantaneously. And I've come to identify that as lie, bullshit, not true, whatever. If they're overt and totally like, some people don't realize, or don't, not that they don't realize they're lying, but there's grades of lies, let's say. It really depends on my reaction and how I handle it and stuff. So that's why I say, if you think you've gotten away with it, it's just really because there's just no point in going there. And most people are not going to admit that they lie, even if I'm like, do you know who you're talking to, and how it's still, so it just kind of is what it is. It's just kind of like out there. But and I'm not even sure why that had to come up right now, but it did. So there it is. So I guess that's that for today, people. Thank you so much for being here. And working with us and bringing new people, and new people coming right now or in the future. It's amazing. And I thank you so much. Well, thank you, sweetheart. And remember, the invitation is open for getting together in a meeting type format to talk about this sort of stuff, or our meditative experiences that we're having with these astrals, more face to face, or at least hearing your voice would be great, because that would just be helpful for other people to maybe want to try it, I guess, bottom line. So thank you guys again. I love you. And I thank you for being here. Your guides, Gaia, your spirit, all your spirit tribes, the angelics, your guardian angels, your dragons, Jesus. Thank you so much for being here and being kick-ass warriors, working hard in your sleep, in your wake, Just remember to listen to your body as much as you can. Sleep or lay down, even if it's just for a few minutes. Sometimes that just feels good enough. You may be like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I need a 5-hour nap, and then lay down for 5 minutes and you're like, oh, that's better. And you're fine. So just listen to your body without too much resistance and thinking about stuff. We're working really hard. As we do this, we're not super cognizant of it because we're not spending a whole lot of time with it. But as we get into this space energetically, we are healing from the inside out. It's not a full blown healing like I do, but I've told you guys before, you do start to get more in alignment and heal and stuff. So again, I am available for individual sessions, babies, children, animals, adults, and any disposition of health or otherwise, and from any place in the world, because we work like this. So, and I'm trying to figure out a good way to work with even a deaf person. I'm working with somebody who does sign language, and we're going to see if we can make that happen too. So I don't want to be out of the possibility for anybody. With that said, family, thank you so much. I hope you sleep tight. Thank you for doing this at any given time or point in time. And have a wonderful start to your day. I've yet to have the exact time of tomorrow's astral, but I will put that up ASAP, okay? I love you. And good night and sweet dreams, infinite love, light, blessings. Don't forget, the key is to create. Oh, yeah, and think about your, I almost said Rubik's Cube. Your Metatron's Cube. Wow, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. Bye, guys. Love you.